Hello, Hollywood Time viewer. Judy Shields here. We're so excited to welcome to the show a singer-songwriter best known for his time as a member of Lion and Bear, and in 2023 appeared as a contestant on season 23 of NBC's The Voice, Michael Landingham. Hi, Michael.
How's it going, Judy?
Pretty good. I love your backdrop. Is it for real?
It is. This is real. Up in the beautiful San Bernardino Mountains.
Oh, how
Uh,
wonderful.
yeah, my family and I just moved up here a few months ago, and we're enjoying the weather. It's about 72 and a little breezy.
Oh my goodness. Where did you move from? What area?
We moved actually from sunny Orange County,
There you go. So it's a
which,
little bit cooler. Where you
yeah,
went.
yeah, a little bit. So can't complain.
Yeah, what brought you up to the mountains?
You know what? So my wife and I, we actually own a tattoo shop over in Long Beach, California. Yes.
Oh,
So
do a plug.
between having a brick and mortar there in a really busy city, and then my job as full-time musician, we see a lot of people and we're around a lot of busyness. So we really
Yeah.
wanted to and we also have a brand new baby, 7-month old Hayden Presley.
Oh,
Uh, he is named after
wait, sorry.
actually Hayden. We just love the name. We both like agreed like we wanted that for a boy. And then Presley, we actually my wife and I went and got married by Elvis in Las Vegas. So
Nice.
and Elvis Presley is a big, idol of mine as well. So yeah, we named him after the king of rock. So yeah, we wanted to get away from the city, basically, long story short, and get
Oh.
out and breathe with the trees, and it's been really, really good.
Is he a good baby?
He is. Oh my gosh. He's so smiley. He flirts with everybody. We're in trouble. We're
Oh,
in so much trouble. We were just at the grocery store today and he's just smiling and waving and
oh
we have
boy.
to have a lot of conversations. So
Oh, well, that's amazing. Well, you just said something about Elvis. I wanted to tell the folks that I read where you grew up listening to Johnny Cash and
oh
Elvis
yeah,
Presley. Oh, there he is. Look at that.
right
Outlaw.
here. Got my
Mm.
water.
Was it mom or dad or who influenced you to listen to both of those?
You know what? It was my grandpa Bill. He
Oh,
was a big influence, which he passed away 2 years ago, but he was a huge influence in my music. And I remember actually the first song I ever remember listening to was Folsom Prison Blues. Like as far as I can remember, I used to go and help him as a little boy set up chairs for bingo because I love bingo. And we would listen to that. And I remember I just loved it. I loved just the whole vibe of Johnny Cash. And so he's, been a huge influence for sure. And that's from my grandpa for sure.
what about Elvis Presley?
And that actually is from my grandma on my mom's side as
Wow.
well. I'm sorry, my grandma from my dad's side, Beverly, she loved Elvis. We would go into her house as kids, and she had a whole wall just dedicated to Elvis memorabilia. She probably seen him I don't know how many times.
Oh, wow.
She was an Elvis fangirl, that's for sure.
Well, see,
So
those are some great
so
stories
yeah,
to
my
tell your
grandparents
son.
were actually
Yeah,
a
right?
big part of the influence in at least in the early days for my music. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, I have one quote here that says, bringing rock back, that's what it's all about. What inspired you to say that, and how are you bringing rock back?
You know what? This is funny, and this is kind of sorry to move that here.
That's
It's
okay.
kind of a pivot. That was when I was releasing a lot of rock music at the time. So when we were living in Orange County, I was actually working at a country bar.
Wow.
And I was, yeah, and I love rock music. That's something too. I have ADHD. So in my music, I've had lots of times of just like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And that it's a blessing and a curse, honestly, having that. And it's given me success, right? Like I was in a band called Lion and Bear, which I was doing
Yeah.
more indie kind of rock stuff. And then, yeah, transferred going into rock and roll. But even now, I transferred from that. So I'm not really focusing on the rock anymore. And even like my website, everything is completely going through a revamp. But I'm going back to the roots of how I kind of started, which when I started this whole journey in music, I it was on the streets. I started busking. Have you ever heard of busking?
No, what is that? I'm
So
too old, I guess.
busking, no, no, no. Busking has actually been around for ages, and
Wow.
it's street performing
Okay.
basically.
All right.
So as a kid, I picked up a guitar around 13 years old. It was my sister's guitar, and I just started learning covers of Beatles songs. And I remember I would see people on the street, playing for money, and I was like, well, that's cool. Like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So I learned a few songs, and it was not good at all. And I started going on the street, but I made some money. People probably had some pity for me. But it grew. That was like for me, I was like, wow, I can maybe make a living, doing this thing. And
Yeah.
that was a spark. So, I started on the streets. And in those days, I was more into like folk music, more into rootsy Americana,
Yeah. Yeah.
like the Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going back to that. So really, I'm not really bringing
Cool.
rock back as much. That was
Country rock.
Yeah, but it's more country. There
Yeah.
is some rock elements. There's a lot of elements. That's what I
Yeah.
should say.
Yeah.
And this album that I'm going to be releasing, I just released a single called Skeletons, and that was on June 5th.
Oh, yeah.
And so you got to go check that out. It's really cool. And this album's called Bleeding Out, and it's 14 songs, and one of them is a cover of Johnny Cash. It's the Folsom Prison Blues that I was talking about.
Oh, what was that like putting that on the album and recording that?
Oh, it
Tell us.
was it was very emotional. I would say that, which is crazy. I'll backtrack. So,
Okay.
um, right before we moved up here,
Yeah.
uh, to the mountains, about a month before, I grabbed my producer, Chris Merrill. Shout out to Chris Merrill, amazing country artist, up and coming, amazing producer.
Wow.
I love him. uh, I contacted him and said, "Hey, man, I really want to do this album. It's a collection of songs that I've written for almost the last 20 years. So I started at 13. I'm 33,
Wow.
and so it's about 20 years now. I've been doing this, and some of these songs are about 16 years old, And I just said I want to put out an album that is me, and I've actually never put out a full length album before. This is my first time ever doing this. In 20 years, I put out EPs, singles. I've been in bands. I was on, The Voice. I've done lots of
Cool.
music, right? I've put out hundreds of songs. I've written hundreds of songs, but I've never put out an album. And I think a lot of it is because like I said before, the ADHD kind of getting sidetracked here and there, being pulled. But I now in this part of my life, Judy, I'm ready to really chase after what is me in my music, right? And so, long story short, sorry, we before we moved, I said, "Hey, I want to do this album. Let's go. I have all these songs." He's like, "All right," and I wanted to do it all in one day. The whole thing. I wanted to
Mm.
capture all these songs, and it's a mostly acoustic album. There's some elements that we recorded in post, but I wanted just the raw emotion of all these songs to come through. Just
Yeah.
how I wrote them. So so we did that. We sat there, and one day we stayed actually in my childhood cabin that I used to go to, which is in the same city where we live now, which is
Oh my
crazy.
goodness.
Yeah, I know the whole story is really
Wow.
nuts. And actually, this is the first time I've actually talked about it. I'm still in the
Yay.
process of marketing it, putting all the promo together. Like I'm still even trying to
Cool.
figure out and wrap my head around all these songs, because these songs are seriously the most meaningful, painful songs I've ever written, honestly. Each one is like a therapy session. So we get up here, we record these songs, we take the whole day. It's my wife, my baby boy, who's at this point is like 3 months old, and we record these songs, Folsom Prison Blues being one of them. And that one was really special because that's actually the song I got to sing to my papa on his deathbed before he passed, the day
Oh
before he
boy.
passed.
Oh,
No.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, that brings a tear to my eyes.
Yeah, he was an amazing man, amazing Navy man, served our country and served his
Oh,
family really well. And you know, he would always tell me, this is one thing that always stuck out to me, and it's a silly quote, but he would say, "People want it, and you got it in your pocket, so flaunt it."
wow.
And,
Way to
and
go,
that's something
Grandpa.
yeah, and it's basically just saying like, hey, you got something, like, don't be afraid to show what you got. And I think I've always kind of been afraid of that. I'm afraid of my own artwork. I think, as people say, you can be your own worst critic, right?
Yeah.
And that's always been me, and I think to a downfall. But now I'm at this place where I'm like, you know what, Papa, I need to take your words, because he passed away from cancer, and but the message that he left was so positive, and even through his battle with cancer and just through his life, he always taught his children, his grandchildren, his great grandchildren, which is so many. I have a huge family. um,
Nice.
but you got something special, so show it. And that's what I want to do with this album, and that's what I, really sparked this. Like, I need to be me. I need to not try to bring rock and roll back. I'm not trying to do. I was in the country scene before this, and I was doing country music festivals, and
Oh,
and
wow.
before that, I was in the Christian realm, and I was signed with a huge Christian label in Nashville. But none of it was me, Judy. None of it was something I
Oh,
wanted. It was just something that was in front
yeah,
of me, right? It was
yeah.
just another stepping stone or door.
Right.
So now I feel like I'm at the place where I can release this album and actually have a message to say.
And so when is it going to come out, you think?
And this was, well, you know what? This is crazy. So I dropped that single Skeletons on June 5th. And then I just been kind of teasing on my social media. If you go to my social media at
Yeah.
Michael Langingham, and that's across the board, you'll kind of see I've been just teasing songs because I kind of want to see people's reaction in real time. I'm not trying to rush it. I
Yeah.
really want to, I want to talk more about it. Like I'm talking to you right now. Thank you, honestly, for giving me the platform to talk about it because this is the first time I have. And so I really want this not just to be like a kind of, release it to the wind and let it go, but to really explain my story, tell my story, I think. So I think releasing it's going to be this year. I just don't know when. So
So are you going to do it like
I
piecemeal
think I
or the
might.
whole
I
thing?
think
What do
there's
you think?
14 songs. So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have one
14.
release. That's been doing pretty well. There's this other song. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month,
Okay.
along with Pride Month, and it's something where it really ties into this album because it has a lot to do with mental health. It has a lot to do with anxiety, depression, addiction,
Wow.
loss. I mean, just so much duality of who we are. Like we have the good side and the evil
Yeah.
side, right? And it has a lot to do. There's a song called Jekyll and Hyde, and
Oh.
it's a perfect example of. I actually just released a little snippet of it right now on social media about 30 minutes ago, and
Oh,
it's
nice.
an example of that fight, that whole story of Jekyll and Hyde, which I love that story, but it's me and it's a lot of people, right?
Yes.
That it's just that fight. So yeah, I'm gonna be kind of waterfall dropping. That's an industry term. So I
Waterfall.
think next month, yeah, I'm sorry, skipping back. I released Skeletons, which was about addiction and about going through pain and loss, and knowing that even through all this there is better days to happen, there is another side, right, to hold on, honestly, to hold on through the pain. So I released that song, and there's another song called Better Days, which I'm thinking about releasing maybe in the next few days. I don't know.
Oh, that one
Yeah,
should come out for 4th of July because we got the 250th and a lot of people are
I
going to
know,
a
that's what I
lot.
was.
So wouldn't
You
that
know
be a
what? That's
great
thinking
time?
too. And it has a lot, Better Days has a lot to do with that.
Yes,
So, maybe
right?
it will be. Here we go. That's where I'm at. Judy, you're helping me. You're now my marketing manager.
Yes, I want to retire, so that'd be a great job
They-
from what I'm doing
yeah.
now.
So,
Not this, but
but yeah, we're kind of feeling it out. My wife is a huge part of, she
no.
is like everything to me, first
Mm.
off.
Yay.
But she really is like my marketing manager. She is
Cool.
like, oh, woo, big wins coming right now. I don't know if you can hear it. She helps me with all my social media. She films everything.
Nice.
She's my mental support. um,
Yes. That's what
but
wives
yeah,
do. You got a good
yeah.
one there.
Oh
You
no,
got a
I
good one there.
100% do. My social media,
Yeah,
it's at Michael Landingham.
that easy. Spell
Yep.
your last name for everyone out there.
Landingham.
I just have to tell you that I've been listening
Yeah.
to your music. I love doing this because I meet different people. I love music. I'm a country music
Yeah.
girl, all
Come
Nashville,
on now.
have to say. And
Hey,
a
Brooks and
lot of,
Dunn, they're my
yes.
favorite
Oh, yeah.
country
Oh,
group.
my God. I'm glad they're back. I'm glad they won an
I,
award. It's like,
me
come on,
too.
keep going.
They,
I love
hey,
those two.
I'll be playing Boot Scoot and Boogie later today at my gig.
See? So, but I have to tell you that, I've been listening to your stuff and I love
Yeah.
it. Now I got to get this interview because my son Billy is a huge fan of yours. I guess he's seen you at different places.
Okay.
through your good
Oh
buddy
yeah, yeah,
Brian,
yes,
who my
yes.
son's got
So
he's got
that's how we.
tats
Okay, there's
everywhere.
the connection. I didn't
See,
know
so
that.
that's the connection.
I
My
love
son
Billy.
Billy's been after me,
Yeah,
mom, son, I'll get this done. Then Brian finally reached out,
that's
and
so cool.
that's
Billy's so
what a
cool.
connection.
You raised a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, he's something special. So I need to come out and meet you in person so I can hear you live. I
Yes,
like the live
yes.
stuff. So and he's been bugging me about it too. So we'll have
I
to get that
play
together.
all the time. I have 4 gigs this weekend. I'm
Where are you
playing. I'm
at? Where are you
hustling.
going to be playing at? Down
So
here up
right,
there?
yeah, I'll be in Orange County today. I'm playing at a place. It's called Rodeo 39 in Staten, California.
Okay, no, what you're talking about.
It's a
Ooh,
yeah, that one's really cool. They got a mix of different restaurants and bars, so I play in the middle of that. And then the next day on Saturday, I'm playing at Fire Rock Burgers and Brews in Calamasa. Really
wow.
cool spot. I love it. I play there monthly.
Okay.
And then Saturday, I'm sorry, Sunday,
Sunday,
I'm going
yeah.
to be at a place called 123 Farms in Cherry Valley, and they do the Lavender Festival. If you've ever heard that,
On
um,
Sunday?
yeah, it's actually every single day through the summer. It's called the Lavender Festival.
Okay, I saw the
They
sign
have
for
built,
that.
yeah, there's signs everywhere. It's
Yeah, I wondered
huge.
where it was.
I played there yesterday. There's hundreds of people. I love it. It's
Cherry
one of my
Valley.
favorite
Okay.
places to play. So yeah, I just keeping busy doing that. And as I'm releasing this album, but I want to shift after that. I really want to start playing, venues. I want to get down to Hollywood, which I
Yes.
used to busk in Hollywood. It's one of the
What?
Hollywood Times. I used to play all the way on Hollywood and Highland all the time
No
and just sit out
way.
there. Oh yeah. Sunset Boulevard,
Oh,
which is
cool.
a funny little quick story before we go. Where I really made the change is someone reached out to me. This was right before we moved as well. And they said, "Hey, we have the slot for you to come play at the Viper Room over in Hollywood." I was
No.
like, that no way. Like I remember
Yeah.
like playing in front of the Viper Room, be like, man, I wish I could play there one day. It's so iconic, Johnny Depp. Like, so I'm like, oh, this is crazy. At that time I was actually just in a country band and I was doing rock and roll, I was trying to do the whole rock thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? They wanted me to play a full set of originals. So I was like, I have this whole Bleeding Out album I was thinking about. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll do it. It was on a Sunday night, like at 11. So long story short, I go down to the Viper Room and there's maybe 25 people there. I get on the main stage though, and I'm on the main stage and I played through my whole entire album. And that was on December 7th of 2025. And I
Wow.
played through that album. I held every single one of those people there and they just sat and they just listened. And it was like the most connected. I've played in front of thousands of people. I've been on The Voice. I've done a lot of stuff. But
Yeah.
this moment was so transforming for me that I got to explain who I was through my music. And that moment right there, Judy, was when I was like, okay, this is what I need to do. So,
Well, that is so cool. Well, Sunday is the
yeah.
28th, and that's Billy's birthday. So maybe we can get him to
No
take me.
way.
Yes, maybe I can get him to come out there. What time will you be
I think
playing Sunday?
okay, Sunday, that is going to be 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. to 3.
That'd be perfect, because then we can come do that
Yeah.
and then go have dinner later with the family. Oh my gosh, we're gonna come out there. It's his birthday.
Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna tell Brian after this call.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Brian so he can let me know where it's all at, and we will do that so we can have a meet and greet.
Ah, I love it.
And listen, I want to tell you,
Awesome.
Michael, that when
Yeah.
your album, when you're done
Yeah.
waterfalling it,
Yeah.
let's have an interview, because I like to talk to the songwriters about each
Yeah.
song. And so like we
I
can't do that
love
right
that.
now because it's not out yet. But when it's all done, let's get
Yeah.
together so we can talk about each of
Here's
the
here's the
songs.
intro, and then
Yes.
I would love to keep following up as I release and as it's
Yes,
done.
we'll
And
have a
we have a
little
lot of
chit
cool
chat.
stuff coming up. So
Cool. Well, we'll keep in touch. That is so
awesome.
cool. So this interview will go on to our YouTube channel, the Hollywood Times Official. So we'll get that
Woo!
out. And we here at the Hollywood Times appreciate you uh, spending your beautiful day. Look at that. Thank you for that background.
Ah, you're welcome. Thank
Because
you for giving me this opportunity.
yeah, I don't know if you know, but I'm downtown LA right now, and there's just still a little bit of that smoke from that fire from that warehouse.
Oh,
And oh my
yes.
goodness,
Oh,
I'd love to be where
stay
you are
indoors.
instead. Yes, I
Yeah,
am
we're above
indoors.
it all. I'm sure when I come down, I'm gonna see
You're gonna be like,
the
ew.
layer. Well,
Yes,
stay safe.
I will. And we thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us here at the Hollywood Times. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Judy. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.